Psalm 5 says this, my enemies cannot speak a truthful word. Their deepest desire is to destroy others. Their talk is foul like the stench from an open grave. Their tongues are filled with flattery. In other words, flattery leads to nothing of life. It leads to the destruction of who we really are. The difference between them has everything to do with the quality of what's inside the speaker's heart. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been guilty. Been guilty of using my words to get what I wanted. I think all of us are guilty of that at some point in time in our life. All of us are guilty of flattery over encouragement. All of us are guilty of charisma over character. And we wonder why our relationships seem to be missing these great elements that help us to make it for the long haul. Encouragement builds muscle in your relationship. Flattery, flattery's like a cheeseburger. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a cheeseburger, fries, and a milkshake. They're delicious going down. They're wonderful. They just don't build lean muscle, they build fat. You know what that does? It builds a craving that desires more of that never will satisfy. But when we start building encouragement, we're building lean muscle tissue that actually knows how to be strong. And the strength is not in themselves, and it's not in the words. That you build them strong in who they are in Jesus Christ. And you want to have a great sexual relationship, you start building somebody up through encouragement, through character. And I promise you, God will give you the desires of your heart. I love this verse. In verse 15, he says, how beautiful you are, my darling. How beautiful your eyes are like doves. You're so handsome, my love, pleasing beyond words. The soft grass is our bed. Do you realize that in rabbinic teaching, a bride who had beautiful eyes possessed beautiful character? That's what it really meant. So when he started talking about her eyes and that they were as beautiful as a dove, what he was talking about is her character. And he was building her up once again. They're indicators of who she really, really was. Here's what's interesting to me. It wasn't about their physical looks. It was about who they were on the inside, because literally, I've painted this picture before. If we painted the picture of how he describes her and how she describes him, it's a little weird. Like he's like, you're a fawning dove. I want to climb your pomegranates. And I'm like, this is the weirdest looking person in the whole world. Like it doesn't sound anything, but it was different. And this is a really good thing for you guys in here. Some of you guys, we talked about it earlier. Online, you say you're average, which we know what that means. But here's the great thing. You may not be the best looking guy, but here's what's cool. Women are amazing at overlooking our imperfections.
I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my